Today I'm going to be addressing something that I see asked in a forum frequently, and that's going to be in reference to the Honda VT500C. These gauges are the things that give people fits. This is the tachometer gauge, and the problem with this is it actually communicates with one of the spark units. And so when you have a problem with the gauge, it could either be the gauge or it could be the spark unit itself. But a lot of people have wanted to know how to take the gauge apart, if you can fix the gauge, what's inside the gauge. So I'm going to go through that right now and show you what's in the gauge. So assuming that you already have your gauge off of your dash unit, you'll take out these two screws, which I've already done, and you'll ease this cover off. Sometimes it's a little more of a pain than other times. This yellow wire is your signal wire. This is what gets information from the spark unit. Obviously your light's going to go here. Over here, you've got your temp gauge hookup. This is going to be your blue and green wire. Up here, you're going to have your tack, and you can see I have this one labeled as black and brown wire is going to go here, and right here is where your ground is going to go. You're going to need a 7mm socket to get these off. So I'm going to go ahead and take these off. Different parts of this hold on different things. So these two actually hold on the temperature gauge. It's a separate unit from the tack. And then these are going to actually hold in your tack. So I'm just going to, they each have a washer underneath that, underneath the nut, little tiny one there. And again, over here, both of those. Also have to take out this screw. This one is actually screwed into the unit below. Take that guy out. There we go. Right, now we'll ease up this bracket. It's off and out of the way. It's a little washer. Okay, here is something that's going to be unfortunate. You can see how hard it was to get this off. This is plastic. It's been chromed, which makes it hard to bend back, and it's going to be even harder to bend back down. I'm not even sure if I can do it. I haven't actually tried it yet because I have a replacement unit. But it's going to take a lot of time and fiddling to try to get this off. It's with great difficulty that I got this apart. But in any event, you can actually take that off because you're going to need to. Set that aside. All right, now when you push these guys up, it's going to let this come out. Kind of wiggle it out. Now it's going to be kind of limited because of this wire. You got to make sure you poke it through the hole. And because all of the screws are out, it's going to come out together. Now you could take out just this, the tack, without taking out the temp gauge, but I'm just going to show you what all's in both of these because remember that these are attached with independent nuts. This is what it looks like on the inside. Now, I am not an electrical person. I don't know how to work on this stuff. I don't know how to fix this stuff. I don't know what kind of magic takes place in all of this that takes the signal from the spark unit and converts that into something that will move this gauge and show you how things work. And that's not the purpose of this video anyway. I just wanted to show you what is in this. So you can see there's like capacitors in there. A whole bunch of capacitors actually, and I haven't pulled this off to really see what's underneath it because these wires are attached and you can't really kind of get that off. But this is what's inside your temp gauge, these little tiny wires and whatever works to make this slide along. So those are the things that are inside that gauge. I suppose if you really knew things about this, maybe you could fix it if your gauge was in fact at fault. But when you look in the book, it's going to tell you either replace the gauge with a known good unit, and if that doesn't fix it, then replace your spark unit, which I think is kind of a crappy way to do it. But because of how this gets its information and it's translated in here, I don't know that there would be a way to test that with a multimeter or something else. So that's what's inside that gauge. I don't really know what part of this fails and causes grief, but that's what's inside. So if you decide you want to take yours apart, unless you really know certain things, you know, electronics and such, I don't know that you'd be able to fix it because it's just like a little circuit board in there. Obviously, there are those of you who do know things like that, but that's above my pay grade, and I don't mess with that. So I haven't messed with trying to get this back on. So say you did take it apart and you were able to fix it. I am thinking possibly you could take maybe a heated screwdriver, a flat one, and try to melt/bend that back over. I don't know the answer to that either. I don't know how responsive it's going to be because of the chrome plating on this plastic. It's remarkably tough and difficult to work with. So that's what's in there. And if you guys are able to fix yours, please put a comment down below and let me know, because I'm just curious if anybody's able to actually kind of work on this and figure out a way to make that come back to life. Thanks for watching. Go out and find you a good Ranwin part.